welcome back. I'm Claire and thanks for tuning in. I love to rant about the environment and teach others how to live more eco-friendly, etc. So today I thought I might share a snapshot of what the State of the Environment report showed. That's one of the biggest hot topics this week that has come out, and I just wanted to share with you some of the key points, I suppose, that the report found, and explain why we should care, why we should be worried, and most importantly, what we can do, because I believe action speaks louder than words, and together within our communities we can create some really great change. So let's have a look and see what the key pointers were of this report. Let's go. So first of all, what is the State of Environment report? So every 5 years the Australian government conducts a comprehensive review of the state of the Australian environment. So it provides information about environmental and heritage conditions, trends and pressures. So they cover the Australian continent, surrounding seas and the Australian's external territories. So let's have a look at what the report said. So it's been 6 years since the State of Environment report was last released. And basically it's apparently packed full of words that are like poor, degrading and critically endangered, which is what we don't want to hear. So the report finds climate change is affecting all aspects of the environment. So what does this mean? So the land and ocean temperatures are increasing, as we know, driving changing rainfall patterns, which we've clearly seen this year, and extreme weather conditions that affect our soils, water and vegetation, and all the species that rely on them, because we live in an ecosystem. Secondly, at least 19 Australian ecosystems have shown signs of collapse or near collapse. So that's saying that these ecosystems span the entire Australian continent and include Arctic and subarctic ecosystems, and they're starting to break down and not be able to thrive. Thirdly, changes in country have altered and disrupted Indigenous peoples' connection with the land, seas and plants and animals. So climate change and extreme events are continuing to destroy Indigenous places and cultural values. I know Fiji is not part of Australia, but one example is that some islands of Fiji are no longer going to be existent because of the rising sea levels. So that's similar to Australia. We have Indigenous populations that might be, or people that live on islands that may be in threat of increasing sea level rises. So basically they could be wiped out and have nowhere to live, no home, no culture, everything's just gone. And fourthly, 1,385 plant species and 533 animal species were listed as threatened. That is crazy, because Australia is made up of some amazing different animal species that you cannot find anywhere in the world except Australia. So under the EPBC Act in June 2021 included 21% of all Australian mammals. So what does this mean? Basically, why we care is because, as I said, Australia is made up of these amazing ecosystems. Look, I got notes this time. Last time I was just like on the fly. So look at me go. So it's important because we rely on the environment. Without the environment, we can't live. So we need healthy ecosystems, and biodiversity are vital for human survival, quality of life and economic prosperities. Australia, its lands, territories and surrounding ocean support 600,000 to 700,000 native species, many of them found nowhere else in the world. So much of Australian natural and cultural heritage is globally significant. So the Indigenous Australians have a deep connection with the environment. They have lived on country for tens of thousands of years and have a cultural responsibility to care for the country, the health of the country and the people linked in that country as well. So that is why this report is important. It tells us that not much has happened in the last 6 years to help reduce the threats of things like this from occurring. So therefore we need to reevaluate again and implement actions that will help make a better environment, better ecosystems, etc. So we need to continue to look at strategies and adapt new practices and start transitioning into a more sustainable future, really. So yes, it was a bit depressing, the report. I shed a little tear, and no doubt other people did too. But the key message is not to be disheartened. Often we get disheartened thinking, oh, my little impact won't make a change, but it will. We need to band together as communities, as individuals, and keep doing the good fight we're doing. Because those communities, we can start doing, community gardens or banding together to reduce plastic, things like that. We rely on each other. It's like an ecosystem. We rely on the support system of everyone around us to make an impact. So this is a great opportunity to go, you know what, we're going to our voice is going to be even louder and our actions are going to have a bigger impact. So I still encourage you to write letters to your local MPs, to companies, to businesses who may not be that sustainable, or even just questioning their practices, going, hey, I am a big follower of your products, for example. However, I've noticed this. What are you doing to avoid this or to reduce your impact? And they love it. They really do, because it gets them thinking and going, oh, well, actually, we are doing this. Again, transparency is a big thing. So, for example, many moons ago, when microbeads were a big thing, I wrote a letter to the company saying, I'm not going to support your product because it has microbeads. And they're like, well, actually, thanks for letting us know. We're actually developing a new product line that replaces microbeads with a new, more environmentally friendly product. So it's really good, because then they're aware that the consumer is not going to purchase their products if it's not green and sustainable. So that's, again, comes down to consumer power. Boycott products, write those letters, band together as a community to make a difference. We've got this. The future of the environment is in our hands, and we're just going to keep powering through and see what changes we can make. All the best, and I'll see you around in my next video, which will be about some sustainable waste-free product swaps. I'll see you then. Bye!